Okay. I think that's everything booted. Hey, Bredicus, how you doing? I do apologize if there's any weirdness. The desk area has been moved. Obviously. Everything's been moved around. I haven't had a chance to do a full check of the sound system and everything else like that. The camera's not quite in the right place. I haven't got my lighting down. I don't know if there's any echoes, that kind of stuff. I do apologize for any wonkiness. Typically, I get that stuff hammered out the more videos and stuff that we put out, I get more stuff done. Why does this look so... I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of artifacts behind the camera. Huh. Thank you. I see a whole lot of pixelation. Oh no, I left my drone out the whole time? Well, that's not good. Yeah, I see it here too. I have no idea. I mean, I've got my lights are on like the lowest setting. I think me doing this is kind of set. It's messed up my lighting. It's just messed up my lighting. I do apologize. I'm not sure what to do about that. Okay, today we're going to be trying to find books. Looks brighter than normal? Yeah, which is weird because my light is actually on the lowest possible setting. Maybe the problem is it's on the lowest possible setting, so the camera is trying to compensate, which is messing up. Let's go for that. Can I move back any? My light and my camera are attached to each other, so if I move my light back away from... My light and my camera are connected. Therefore, if I move one back, they both get moved back. And as it stands, I'm having to zoom the camera in because it's further back than it used to be. I mean, I can move back, but it's not really gonna do anything. Is that better? No. Blah. Oops. No light. Nobody gets any light. Do I need light? I think I do need light. I mean, my monitor is pretty bright now, so... But I've got a whole lot of artifact in my camera. It's very grainy, yeah. I don't know why it's grainy. No, that's not necessary. None of them are changing that part. I don't have any filters that are causing that problem. Yeah, that's not changing it either. Ah, the light! Yeah, no, sorry. I'm trying to fix it. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I didn't have any of that. Hang on, it's supposed to get really bright again, guys. Oh, wait, it's gone now. But wait, what did I do? I don't know how I fixed... Damn it, I don't know how I fixed it, though. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that worked. How's everybody doing? It's still very bright, but I guess I can get that figured out in a little while. How many lights do I have? Just one? I have just the one light. Twitch magic? Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's Twitch. I think it's my actual camera, which admittedly I was trying to on a day I should not have been rearranging something because I got a note from Editing Liz under no uncertain terms that the recording studio had to be rearranged for reasons I have not been privy to. Just Editing Liz has decided things needed to change. So things got changed, and it was right after I got finished working in the yard. So I was very, very tired, and things got balked a lot. Whenever it came to doing all of the cords that were in the back of the PC, I just took all the cords out the back of the PC and tossed them across the room. And it took me a while to figure out what went where because I didn't organize any of it. So the noise is just from low light, so a light is needed. It's just needed to adjust it to get it right. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's working now, so I'm just not going to play with it. It might be a little brighter than usual. I do apologize. The goal today is to try and get my workstation books. That's like the main thing. I need to go out and do missions and get some more workstation books because we need to start working on... It's not another freaking Horde Night, is it again? I swear to God I will change the time if that's the case. Don't appreciate it being left on Horde Night every single time. And right now I can't math because I also worked in the yard earlier today and I tried to catch a nap afterwards, so I do apologize, guys. My brain is not... Okay, it's 56. Awesome. My brain is not functioning. It's not functioning at all. I pulled potatoes today and I was out in the heat. Well, sweet potatoes. Which we got a pretty good harvest, too. Turn the exposure down?
Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead.
We get together, have a few laughs.
Don't turn your back. Don't look away, and don't blink.
I can't not blink. Oh my god, I tried. Thank you. Chaplain, how you doing? That hurt my head. Oh, me. Brightness, maybe? Is that a little bit more tolerable? That looks looks a little bit better to me. Does that work better for you guys? Why am I glowing? I rearranged all of my stuff and my lights, my sound, everything else like that is all messed up, and it'll probably be that way for like the next 6 months while I get everything sorted. That looks better? Okay, we'll go with that. There's a kitty here. There you go. It's not a sparkly vampire impersonation? Yeah, no kidding. This is like the worst vampires that ever existed. We can't go out in public because we'll sparkle. And then we'll get killed. Yes, because everybody just auto knows what sparkling person means. Ah, so bad. The concept of the story was interesting, but the execution of the story was so bad. Let me think. I think I actually need to... Last time we played, we did a Horde Night. And I think the time before that, we did Twitch integration, so I haven't actually made much progress in the last 2 times I've played. I need to go get some missions and get some missions done so that I can get my books. Can you guys hear Bam? I don't know whether or not my microphone not facing in his direction is going to help at all with that. You like my hair? It looks cool right now? Thanks. It's all sparkly. Do we still have a kitten cam? Kinda. Nobody needs to see your butt. Yeah, it's still facing where she can get her pictures, and I'm hoping I can get a, Can't hear him? Okay. The microphone should actually be facing away from the door, so it should make it a little bit easier to not have him in the background. I'm hoping to get another small camera. We've got one floating around, but right now Bam is using it for light, for his face light, and he's got the overhead light, so... Yes, ma'am? I'm hoping I can get that one, and then set it... As soon as I know where she's going to be laying most of the time, I'm going to make her own specific camera after she gets herself sorted, because I have a feeling she's going to migrate to underneath my monitor like she's done before. We'll see. It feels backwards now? It is backwards. It is so backwards. All of my... It used to be my gaming monitor was here and chat was over here. Now it's gaming monitor here, chat is over here. All of the stuff on the other side is also backwards because I had to turn the desks to face each other. That way I could operate both computers at the same time without having a splitter, because it's just not in the cards for me to get a splitter anytime soon. I mean, whatever you call those things where you can swap back and forth between 2 PCs, it's just not in the cards to happen right now. So I needed to be able to reach both PCs without having to get up and go around, because I had an idea for a thing. Well, Editing Liz had an idea for a thing, and without fully executing the concept, I realized while I was trying to set it up that there was a fundamental issue with what I was trying to do that prompted me to have to move all of the stuff. The cam quality looks nice. It's a big upgrade. Well, it's the same camera. It's just a different perspective. I don't have it facing... There's not a wall right behind me reflecting some of the light back behind me. So it probably just feels different. Country roads take me home? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's go get a mission. You guys let me know if I start not talking into the microphone. I'm used to it being in a different place. So, just yell at me. I tried to get my tablet...
Ride or parts to get back on the road? Either way, we can help.
Thanks, Bob. I tried to get my tablet set up to where I'd actually just be able to look at my tablet and it would be sitting underneath the monitor. But it kept... Because it wasn't charged, I plugged it into my computer and it kept making noises every 5 minutes because it would shift for some reason. and it annoyed me, so I took it out. Did the fundamental issue have to do with cats? No. I have been contemplating using a spectator cam for different videos. Not necessarily every single video, but for specific videos where I have an idea in mind to do a thing. Or also like the Horde nights. It'd be nice to be able to see the Horde from outside, from, not inside of my base. It'd be nice to be able to see it from outside. So the issue is I had it all set up. I created a new Steam account. I bought the game. I got logged in and everything else like that. And my two PCs were sitting back to back, both PCs. So I would have to go from one side to the other side, to the other side, to the other side to work on stuff. One was just an editing PC and one was my gaming PC. That wasn't a big deal. It actually made me feel like I was accomplished when I moved from one PC to the other PC because I was out of my chair and I was onto a different project. Well, the fundamental problem is after you invite someone into your game, you can no longer pause. And if I can't get from one character to another character, if the other character is getting beat up, it's going to wind up being a whole lot of death when there wasn't supposed to be any. So I needed it done really quickly, and yeah, this is basically just how it came out. Yeah, we usually use Auroras. I don't typically use Jawoodles, but we're running a very vanilla one right now.
I got vehicles so shiny they'll blind you in the noonday sun.
I don't know why I'm
I feel
in
like
here.
a banjo. Everyone's picking on me.
Okay, that's a good one.
I should have some work. Well, that's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Yeah, or a Dell stick. I mean, either one. Just a stick in general I wouldn't want to be poked in the eye with. I am currently working on yet another mod. I know the other mod I haven't even picked up and started working on yet because I know what I need to do, but the order I need to do it in, I'm not really sure. And I don't think the original mod author is going to come back and update their mod. So I'm going to wind up having to do it, and I haven't touched it. But the next playthrough requires a mod because there's something specific that I need that is not in the game. And of course, as soon as I started working on that, I got ideas for more to go into it. So I got all of those working.
Go to the coast and get together, have a few laughs.
Aurora, how you doing? How's your stuff? How's your things? Great! How you doing? 32 months. Daggum. Thank you for the resub, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, we were talking about your HUD design. It's really nice. Sadly, we're not doing HUDs or anything. We're basically doing vanilla stuff right now, but yours is the one we really like to use. How's the weather? The weather has been nice. We had a bunch of rain. A bunch. And split all of my tomatoes. And I had to wait a day to allow everything to dry out so that I could try and pull all of my sweet potatoes. Speaking of which, there is a game that I want to play. There's a demo out for it. It is... hang on. We Harvest Shadows. Apparently it is a horror game / gardening game, or gardening sim type of game. And I was like, holy heck, I feel like this game was made for me because I'm a gardener who plays horror games. I don't know. So I'm going to have to play it to find out what it's like. I have downloaded the demo. I'm trying to figure out when I want to do that. If I want to do that tomorrow, or if I want to take a pause from Alien Isolation and do it on Friday. I don't know. What do you guys think? I guess I should go around this big damn wall, huh? You love tomatoes out of the garden? Sadly, I haven't been getting very many big tomatoes, but I have got cherry tomatoes out the wazoo. And then this weekend, I made tomato paste for the first time. It turned out okay. I had a whole bunch of the skins and the seeds and everything left over, so I dehydrated all of those and made my own tomato powder, I guess. That was very interesting to do. Now I want to do some pepper powder. Just to have as like a seasoning or something like that. Should be a whole lot of fun. And I have no idea about sweet potatoes. I don't remember the last time I ever tried a sweet potato. But but they were not that hard to grow, really. They were kind of hands-off. And try and catch it if I stream it? I will definitely stream it. How's the Pay It Forward mod pack? Right now, I was hoping... That's the mod pack I was talking about, needed an update. The original mod that it was based on was the Nearly Dead mod, and basically it made it to where... I'm sorry. Did you want to lay down a verdict, ma'am? What you doing? Is this your show now? Am I done? Is my stream over and yours started? Yeah, she's gonna get underneath the monitor. The Nearly Dead mod is what my mod was based on, but I don't... You're gonna hit my buttons and knock my speakers down again. I don't think he's gonna go back and edit his to fit in now that the, he had a whole bunch of extra script in his mod that didn't need to be there because now they had the permadeath added into the game, whereas it wasn't in before in the same way. So there's a whole lot of unnecessary coding in there, and that needs to be stripped out. I know where the file is to put in the stuff that I need, but I was kind of hoping the original mod author was going to update so that I would be able to have people go back to his original mod instead of me having to fix it, because it would make it easier. But so far it doesn't look like he's going to. Or at least if he is, he's not interested in doing it anytime soon. So I might wind up having to edit if I want to get on to making my mod work. So that one's kind of on hold. I was just waiting for the base one to get taken care of. I never asked if I could update or... All the mod authors that I use their mods bits for didn't mind me augmenting and including them, but that specific mod was separate because the, well, the stuff that it changes... Kitty, don't do that. You're going to knock the entire camera over. What are you doing, ma'am? There's a couple of mods specifically that I was not going to entangle into my... Don't do that. Don't do that. I wasn't going to sit them inside the same... Ma'am. Stop. I will boot you. I will boot you. She's kicking all of the stuff over. Kitty. That's not a good prompt. Stop. If you want to lean on this, that's fine. Lean on this. Okay? Stretch out on that. The monitor's... It's got a back to the wall. You start pushing on the camera, you're going to knock the entire thing over. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, there's a couple of mods that whenever I was given permission to use them, I was asked not to include them in the main file, as in it wouldn't be in one package. It would be in a separate file. In case there's any issues with that, it's easy to find that specific line of code and go back and work on it. That was one I chose not to include inside of my package, because if I ever wanted to make adjustments individually to the loot tables, if I wanted to add in more items or specific types of items that a character could specialize into, whenever they started up a new character, I wanted to be able to change that without having to worry about going through the code of the other stuff. I'm not sure if any of what I just said made sense. In my head it makes sense. I just want it separate so that way I can work on it separately if I need to. That's the long and the short, the TDLR or whatever it is. And I was hoping I wouldn't have to do it myself, so it's on pause. But this particular mod that I'm working on is just like, it's only adding a couple of games and a couple of recipes. I mean, a couple of things.
Why are you running?
I am running because...
Hey, buddy. You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
Thank you. Am I going to do any coverage of Horde Fest? No, I'm not going to be there. And I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be a lot of people that are going to cover like the streams and stuff of it. I'm not sure how I feel about doing reactionary content, so I might watch it, and we might watch it in Discord, but as far as streaming any content from it, probably not. If I do anything, it might be... Okay. I might do something like... Hold on, this is very, very loud. I might do something like if I happen to see a couple of things that they show off during that, I might do a video afterwards, like zooming in on a couple of things that I noticed or questions that I had or whatever. I didn't bring my phone in here, otherwise I would show you guys what she's currently doing. She is all in the stuff. All in it. Makes sense. I remember the whole headlight from the start issue at the beginning. Oh yeah, there's that. And then right before we finished out, we finally tried a horde night. And some of us died while we had vehicles. And apparently there's a glitch that happens whenever somebody dies. So if you... Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, that momentum almost took you off the back of the disc. There's an issue that if a person who owns a vehicle dies, it unassigns everybody's vehicle in the server, which is a major issue that I'm not even sure why it exists, that I have got to figure out. And that's part of that same mod that is, the mod that is the Nearly Dead mod, that is part of that. So if you were to play the Nearly Dead mod in a server and you died, it would unassign your vehicles, and I would assume, though we didn't actually try it, but everybody's drones and stuff would probably be unassigned or whatever. So yeah, that's like a big problem for a server. And I would like to make it to where it can be played on a server. It would be very interesting to be able to play it on a server. That's nuts? Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we realized that before we actually put out a copy of it, because I'm sure somebody'd be like, I'm gonna try this on a server. And suddenly everybody's stuff gets unassigned, and it's like, oh, okay, well, the person who's modding the server is going to have to give people vehicles every single time one person dies. And in a mod where it's basically like you're expected to die a lot, it'd be kind of stupid. Oh, jeez. The vibration moves up the arm. Is it going to go anywhere else? I do all my sound effects. Awesome. Professional grade sound effects there. But the mod that I'm working on right now, there's one thing that I need, and I was trying to... what day was it? It was Monday after I got everything sorted. Let's see, Monday... God, how did my week go? This has been a fog. Monday, I was waiting on a phone call from my... from Charter, which is my ISP, and they didn't call me back. So I got frustrated and I started working, and I couldn't focus on what I needed to work on. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I'd already decided the desk needed to be moved. And I didn't want to do it because I knew how bad it was going to be to have to move it. And I was trying to figure out a way of making it easier and not have to move the desk. And I got overwhelmed, so I was like, okay, I need to step back. I'm not able to think. I'd actually gotten to the point to where I was sitting and shut down. It's a pain in the butt problem whenever I get overwhelmed by a series of things that needs to get done and I don't know where to start. I just shut down. So I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and I'm going to stick my hands in my dirt for a little while and see if that fixes the problem, if it clears my mind out, because then I'm not thinking about so much, I'm just playing around in the dirt. And code enforcement came by, and, you know, they were pleasant about the building that's on our property that's falling down, which we already knew about. I'm so glad they came by and pointed to it, because I didn't know it was there, obviously. So we had that discussion. But when I came back in, by the time all of that stuff was situated, I came back in, looked at the desk, and was like, yep, there's no way around it. I have to move everything. So I got on it. I started moving everything, dusting everything, blowing out my PCs. For those of you who've seen the inside of my PC, you should be happy I was pulling hairballs out of my PC. Not my proudest moment. My fans were screaming, apparently, and I did not hear them. Oh, Lydia, I thought you were a bird coming over here. So I got everything wiped down, everything moved, everything shuffled around, and everything else like that, and then I was like, okay. I'm going to start working towards the finale of the series that I'm working on now. When I started working on the finale of the series that I was working on and trying to decide what kind of character I was going to play, I wanted to implement that. This is a little bit of a spoiler. I wanted to implement that into the final episode. Well, whenever I decided to do that, I was like, okay, I need a weapon. I need some specialty recipes, and I would like some additional types of zombies specifically for this. The problem is, of course, I don't know how to do 3D designing. It's just not going to happen. So now I'm currently hunting for a mod pack to go along with it that has some additional zombies. And I found one from like Alpha 19, and I was like, okay, I'll sit here and see if I can update this one, because it's got all the assets, just the wording of the HTML files and stuff like that, they're all outdated. So I started digging through there trying to get those things updated, and I was like, you know what, I didn't even look to see whether or not I could find one on Nexus or try looking it up in a different way. Things were just complicated this week, guys. Very, very complicated, and it's mostly my fault. If like 90% of it's my fault that it's very complicated for no reason. Okay. We can swap. Okay. I just got teabagged by a zombie. Do you even have anything there to teabag me with? What's he doing? Oh, jeez. I think he might be stuck up there. If he stays up for more than 4 hours, we're gonna have to call the doctor. This could be a problem. My PC can breathe again? Heck yeah. The cat was just trying to get... Uh-oh. Okay. We're gonna have to do it this way. I wasn't actually aiming for that, but alright, sure. This poor guy. I don't think I can actually kill you very well with this. It's not going to do that much damage to you. Can you come down from there? Let me know if you need any help. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been watching some tutorials. Sadly, some things have changed since those videos were made, and sadly the person who did those videos is not currently even playing the game as far as I can tell. So I do appreciate the offer. I might have to take you up on that. Trying to figure out how to make the weapon that I was trying to make progress like a normal weapon was very, very frustrating. I finally had to go... I had to go and find a mod that basically did the same thing, progression-wise, that I wanted to do. Take the piece of code that they used and copy and insert my stuff into that one in order to get it to work, because I was using the wrong stuff. I was trying... Instead of inserting and all that kind of stuff like that, I was like trying to just change it. It's just not working. I had gotten so frustrated. I had tried so many different ways of coding it. And sometimes seeing how someone coded it makes it a whole lot easier. It's like, oh, I see why you used it that way. Okay, okay, I understand now. But I did not understand it before. And trial and error can be brutal. Yeah, especially when you have to boot the game up every single time to see if it worked. Or in the case of, there was one time, one of my recipes wasn't working, and I was like, I don't understand. I went through and, I went back and looked at the tutorial. I was like, I did that. And I went back and looked at my notes from the tutorial, and I was like, I did that. And then come to find out, I just didn't put one of those little, what is it, like an apostrophe or whatever? I didn't put one punctuation where it needed to go, and it messed up the entire thing. So... That took me a stupid amount of...
Emotional damage!
Thank you. Oh, man. Just realized I don't have my... There we go. I don't have my sound effects where I can see them. Oh, no. There, let me... move this stuff around. There we go.
Don't
Could I help with that?
Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead. They are fast, faster than you could believe. Don't turn your back. Don't look away, and don't blink.
I can't go 30 seconds without blinking. Ow, my god. Ow, ow, why do you do that? That is so rude. I am so glad I'm not wearing my contacts in. I made a couple of new buttons. The don't blink, I'm supposed to attempt to not blink for 30 seconds. Not that I'm doing a good job of that one. What do you win? The ability to see me in pain? I guess it would be funnier.
Picked up something.
I guess it's a thing that's kind of in a real life scenario. I wear contacts and have since I was in high school. And I get really dry eyes really easily. So I blink an absurd amount of times per minute. And my eyes will get dry enough where if the room is quiet, you can actually hear me blinking. And it irritates me. So I've actually had other people point it out, and I'm like, yes, I know, I'm blinking a lot, I can't help it. Yeah, that's basically the reason why I chose that one. It's just, I can't not blink. I mean, I have to try, but I'm not going to do it very well. The most recent modding blunder is you spent 3 hours trying to figure out why the changes were not applying. Turns out I was editing files to a mod that was not in the mods folder 3 hours later. Oh no. Oh no. I had a situation like that. I was making changes on the other mod instead of in the mod that I was supposed to be working on for the game that I was playing. So yeah, I did that too. Thankfully it didn't take me 3 hours to realize I had done it, because I still had the folder open and everything, and I was pulling code from that file into this file, like the recipes code and stuff like that, so I wouldn't have to type it all out. And at some point when I was looking at the base game file so I could get what I was trying to template it off of and move it over there, I started clicking into the wrong one and changing the wrong one, which then I had to go back and fix it all. Modding is a pain. It requires a level of concentration I don't think I'm really that capable of, even with large amounts of caffeine. Actually, large amounts of caffeine just make it worse. Oh, there you are. Stuck the landing! 2 points! It also didn't make it any better, the fact that I was trying to make my tomato paste. I had 6... I think altogether it was 6 bags, some of them are varying sizes of tomatoes, that I was defrosting, putting in pans, warming them up, and then I had to boil them for a while so that they would soften so I could put them into the food processor, which food processors make a big damn mess. And mine is one of the not expensive models. I got what I could afford. And for the most part, it kind of did what it was supposed to, but I had to send all of the tomato paste through a filter. Well, through a thinly meshed colander, I guess. I don't know what you call those things. The little metal ones that you put over a bowl. Anyway, I had to, the little strainer, I had to do that with all of it. It was an exceptionally long process, but I finally got done with it. I felt very accomplished, even though I've got like, I think altogether, if I didn't do varying sizes jars, I probably would have wound up with 5 quart jars of tomato paste. I think it would have turned out okay. But I made a couple of different sizes. One for,
Master, we are not alone.
like if I do sloppy joes, one for if I do a chili, and then 2 large ones in case I do a spaghetti. Try and make as much use out of it as I possibly can. No! Oh man, I hit my head. Isn't that just the way it is? I was storming through the house fussing at random things in particular and then hit my head on the side of my bar trying to get dog food out. I hit the corner, right here. I had a little bit of a bruise on my forehead for a little while. I was so angry with myself. Okay, let me see if I can do this again. This time, don't hit your head. Okay. That, and we have some cabinets that are right above where our silverware are. And if you're not paying attention and someone leaves the cabinet open, you can smack your head on the cabinet while you're trying to get silverware. And I've done that a few times. Wasn't your first time, won't be your last. I think it just makes it all the sweeter when you finally get into the game and it's finally working the way you want it to. Or you get like one piece of it taken care of and it's like, okay, now I can focus on the other piece. Because that's kind of how it was before. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make the item. I'm gonna do the localization for it. Okay, I got it. It's in the game. I can see it. Now I can't remember exactly what I need to write during the localization in order to get it to show up where I need it to on the thing, so I like type something random in there that I know I can read, and I finally get that part done, so my details and stuff look right, and then I'm like, okay, now, a recipe. And it's like, you just take it little piece by a little piece. It's kind of a satisfying feel to it, you know? The slow, methodical work your way through each section of it. Very satisfying when it finally boots up and it's actually working. You don't get any of that red line or anything else like that telling you, hey, you did not punctuate this properly. Blech! Oh no. Yep, this is bad. Let's go down here for a minute. Take your time. Take your time. I mean, we've got nowhere else to be. That looks so complicated. Oh my gosh. I think he broke his leg. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, he fell all the way down. Where he didn't jump down? I don't see him. Okay, no, he is down there. Somewhere. Bam is falling asleep. Oh no. Oh no. Every time if he sits still for too long, he will go to sleep. You know, this is a bad idea. I can feel that going bad.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I do too. Can you point me to where your bad feeling is coming from? Hey. Can I get through there? No, I can't. Hey! There we go. There we go. Now I gotta go all the way back upstairs. Speaking your language, you like fixing the spelling, grammar, and speeding. I like being able to figure out what it is that I have done wrong and finally seeing it working. It's like, oh, okay, now I can actually see it in the game. And now the only thing I don't know is like, say right here in this detail, you see how there's a space in between with these guys right here? How do you, in the detail, put that space in between so it goes down to the next line? So you can put the repair with and scrap to this so that it doesn't like just like make one long line of text. Spacing, gotcha. You type in, and that does a space. Okay. And then one of the 5,000 times I gotta find my notebook. Ooh. Okay, thank you. I wanted to make it look nice. And it was just like one blob of text. I much prefer it to look, you know, kind of like standardized so people know what they're looking for. They can just glance here, repair with, scrap to. Be a whole lot better if it looked the same. There's enough confusing bits of 7 Days without making it more confusing by looking for it in a different weird area, you know? You redid the localizations for Darkness Falls? Oh no, I can't even think about going through that. There's so much stuff in Darkness Falls. Where is... There we go. There we go. I just copy and paste that into my notepad so I can find it later on. No. What on earth? Oh, this was me trying to work on the other mod. Okay, never mind. I was like, what did I leave in there? I don't know what I left in there. I'm actually going to try and find some another mod pack that's got some... I kind of need a specialized look to the zombie additions for this mod pack. If I could figure out a way of taking all of the zombies from Darkness Falls and just transplanting them into the base game, that would probably work, but all I need is the aesthetic of those zombies. I don't necessarily need Darkness Falls yet. I want to play Darkness Falls, just not yet. Not with this particular set of mods. Not with these particular set of skills. You do your mods in all 13 supported languages. I don't even know if I would try to do that, because if I tried to do that, I would have to use, like, Google Translate or something like that, and I know Google Translate doesn't translate properly. Tools Digest, not the mods I am looking for. These are not the mods that I am looking for. Not the notebooks. Notebooks. Magazines. Oh my god. They're not the magazines I'm looking for. They're not the mods that I am looking for my weapons or nothing. I mean, that one doesn't bother me. I actually just need I need specific things. Is that all? Are we done? Have we finished the things? I think we have. Is there anything? Yeah. It is actually getting warm inside this room. Hang on. Earlier today, I was editing a video, and I had my air conditioner off, and it just randomly came on by itself. Freaked me the hell out. Apparently the knob, well, not the knob, a flip switch or whatever, is shorting out. I don't think that there's just like a bag of... You know, I'm not going to risk a broken leg for a little bag. I am not even that worried about that. Look out, Lydia! Okay. You have a file created for yourself that allows you to just edit the names, the naming, and the appropriate quotation and commas are automatically created. Now, mine has it to where it does the opening and closing of, like, the groups and stuff like that. I don't know what that's called. Oh, geez, my character's just dying. But it does not do like the punctuation or anything else like that. I have to do that. Okay, let's get out of here. Where is exit? Where's the off-ramp? Oh my gosh, I don't want to have to go all the way around. It's gonna make me go all the way around, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay.
My senses have picked up something.
Yes, I know. Have you picked up something? Well, why don't you put the damn thing down? Can I go out this way? Yes, I can. Or rather, I'm going out this way. You use Excel a lot? Oh, okay. I just use Notepad+. That's all I use. I mean, I did customize it to where it's got some really fancy colors that help me see all the stuff, but I still do all the punctuation myself. Woo! I was not paying attention. There we go. Focus, Liz, you're driving. Be responsible. Not being very responsible.
Well, looky here. I done called myself a customer. What can I get you?
I'm gonna guess this blueberry pie. You better not have put anything weird in it. Did you stick your finger in it?
A gearhead like me gets an engine purring.
Do I have a... Yeah, I've got that. I've got better than that. I don't want the brass. Don't need that. And I don't need that. Okay, do you have anything good?
Don't forget repair kits. You don't want to end up stranded. I've got work to do. You must have more guts than you can hang on your fence.
I have more guts than I can hang on my fence. Yeah, it was his finger. Oh my gosh. It's not an apple pie. Don't tell me that. No! Oh my god. Sorry, guys. I like jerking people's eyeballs around. I got a... For years and years and years now, I've got a twitch on my trigger finger. If you know what I mean? Every now and then it just, like, does the thing. And I occasionally fire a weapon when I'm not intentionally doing it, or something like that. It's happened quite a few times. It's exceptionally frustrating. Oh, really? No, Reaper. No. No, I've got some money. I could probably go sell those and then go check Reaper's stash of boxes and stuff and see if he's got anything cool. He's over there hoarding all of the good stuff. You're going to make a blank example to use and release it to others via Google spreadsheet. As it's free, most people can access that. Yeah, that would... Honestly, there is a... Now that the game has come out, there's a huge call for someone to do a full tutorial on how to mod, how to do each section and stuff like that. I was watching, Alpha Fox? Is that who it was? Hang on. I'd hate to get the name wrong. Max Fox. I don't know why I said Alpha. Max Fox, I've been watching his tutorials and stuff like that, and his is pretty detailed. It's hard to, if you forgot how to do something, to go back and immediately find it because there's not chapters or anything inside the second one. But he does a very comprehensive list, but it's like, I think Alpha 19 or something like that. So it's been a while since someone's done like a full tutorial of it. It would be awesome to have a full-on tutorial. We'd probably have a whole lot more people working on mods now that the game has been released. Where on earth? Down here? No. Do I not have any repair kits? Am I blind? Probably yes on both of those. Iron? I was probably going to make some. Hang on. Unless I've already made some. No. Dang it. Oh, I already have some in my inventory. What am I doing? I don't have... Can I make a shovel? Nope, not yet. There we go. The updated version? Yeah, it's the... Yeah, Alpha 21. But he didn't finish it out. He stopped... What was the last one? He did localizations, he did adding in new stuff. Adding in your own icons. But there's still a lot of stuff he didn't get around to covering. And then the new version was coming out, so he stopped. Okay, so, hold on. Let's do a quick trip out here to a Reaper's base to see if he's got anything cool I can buy after I sell off this stuff. And then we'll come back and do another mission. Just making sure I heard you correctly, yeah. I've got a bad tendency of looking for things that are in my hands. I've had my glasses on looking for my glasses before.
More vehicles or parts?
That talent kind of runs in the family, actually. I had my sister calling me and she was like trying to get out the door and she was hunting her jacket and fussing at people in the background and then she's like, oh yeah, I need to find my phone. And I'm just sitting there, good 5-10 minutes, waiting for her to figure it out on her own. And she's like, I can't find my phone. Where did I put it? I don't even remember where I set it down at. I was like, Dee, you're warm. She's like, she gets so upset. It's not like I haven't done something similar, though. Oh, what am I doing? Wait!
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Over here. Let's do this first. Because last time I saved this to towards the end and I didn't get a chance to get to another mission. Easy, how you doing? Uh-oh. Has Bam stopped? Bam, go night-night? Uh-oh. Yep, that doesn't surprise me. Like I said, if he sits still for more than 5 minutes, he's usually asleep. Especially if he's had something to eat, it does not take him very long. I could be in the middle of talking to him and look over and his eyes are closed. He's like, D-U-N, done. How's my day been? My day has been very tiring, but the zombie slaughtering is going pretty good. I got a whole bunch of potatoes picked earlier today. I don't have my phone in here. Also, I didn't take any still photos. I've got a video of us pulling potatoes and spoiling my chickens because apparently my chickens like my bird feed more than they like their own food. I'm assuming because it's got a whole lot more like sunflowers and peanuts and stuff like that. They really like to eat it, so I'll get like a little handful and give it to them. I don't want to give only that because they're laying hens, so they definitely need other types of nutrition, but man, they really love the hell out of that stuff. So I got a recording of them doing that. Couldn't do it? You were falling asleep? You were being told on. Wow, the aesthetic here is very Halloween. That's a lot of ammo. Tools Digest, Southern Farming, of Mining. Can I buy all of those? Buy all of those. Chemistry station. Okay, so I had the cement mixer. I still need to make the cement mixer. Why am I thirsty? I just ate and drank. Well, I didn't eat and drink a whole lot, but I did eat and drink. Dadgummit! It's only 20 water. Okay. Could have bought the chemistry station. I want to be able to make all of the things. I also want to be able to make a crucible at some point, so I would have needed it anyway. Have we decided on where we're going to put the final horde base in? I would like to try and make sure it goes through like more than one biome if at all possible. Do we have a good link up to get more than one biome where we could build it? A full lap of the map? I don't know about that one. I want it to be where it's close enough to where the chaos will happen. You know? If we could just get 2 biomes, I'm good with that.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Water purifier mode? Ah. I'm not even sure if I have one or not. Yeah, I don't have one. Hang on. I'm just gonna beat my vehicle up. Oh, that's another thing. I meant to look for vehicle books too. Hang on. Wait. Might as well go back and get the mod too. Let's go see. Reaper, you need to clean up all of your toys, dude. I'm tired of running into this crap. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What about it?
There is a mode on the back of it.
Okay. What?
Follow the other screen. I save the mode.
Eye saver mode. Okay.
I just turned it off, trying to turn off the screen.
Did you tell it you don't need an eye saver mode with your 1-1 vision?
No, I didn't have to. Now there's my other one.
Okay, well now you can swap them back. Sadly, I can't do a curve monitor. It really messes with my head. I mean, like, I used a curved monitor for one day. It was one recording session I used a curved monitor, and it was like my eyes were trying to be pulled out of my head, and I had a migraine for 2 days. I had to take it back. I can't do it. I don't know why, I just can't. Probably with how bad my eyes are, so... We're gonna need the supercharger schematic. The plow mod I've already got. Off-road headlights. Already got vehicles. There we go. And the mod. Who said the mod? It was aha. There we go. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go, and there we go. Nice. So the final Horde night, we're going to be doing a racetrack, and we're going to try and set it up to where turrets will take care of the super vultures or whatever, and we're going to try and make sure that we have all got a high enough ranking in the vehicles to be able to smash through zombies and fix our vehicles and try to keep it going through the entire Horde night. It's supposed to be impossible, and I've never tried it, so it should be fun. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Gonzium, how you doing? Good night from Argentina. Nice. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is the weather over there? Whenever I hear Argentina, for some reason it begs like nice weather in my head. I don't know why. It's like someone saying Puerto Rico to me. It's like the first thing that goes in my head is nice weather. It may not be that way. I have no idea. Has Liz got blue hair? Or, oh no, I do not have blue hair. I haven't gotten that DLC yet. It's just gray. I haven't gone to the cash store and gotten that new skin. Or found that magazine, you know? No, my hair is just gray. Or, as my mom says, white. It's just plain white. So it's just taking on several different hues from the room. Which is cool. If I can figure out how to do it, my hair will look like a rainbow. I just need the right lighting. We can go drop off these couple of things and finish getting something to drink and go do this mission. Actually, let me set up a cement mixer too. Springs. What else do we need? Like, absolutely sure, because you never know. That's probably what I set all this stuff in here for. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that's what I had set up before I ended off last time, and I just didn't get a chance to make it. Wait, what was right here? Stop picking things up, Liz. What was right here? Looks great though. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm drinking my protein, guys. I have found that whenever I go out in the yard and work on a whole bunch of stuff, I get really bad sore muscles. And my sore muscles can last for days. But if I drink a protein shake after I do it, the soreness doesn't come. I don't get sore at all. It's really weird. Is that going to be enough? Probably not. Let's do that one. Maybe I had my drone or something there? I don't know. I'll figure it out later on. It's like, oh no, I left such and such. It's very, very important. That's what was in that spot. It'll happen as soon as I needed it. So, magnesium helps too? Yeah, I take the magnesium as well. But it does not get rid of the sore muscles the way just taking some protein or eating something that's high in protein. Like, whenever we came back inside for lunch, I had some tuna salad. And now I'm drinking that.
We are not alone.
So, we'll see whether or not I'm sore tomorrow. So, quick question. Would you guys rather see...
A shiny! A shiny!
A shiny! A shiny! Would you guys rather see Fallout 76 tomorrow or We harvest shadows, the demo. Because I can definitely change my thumbnail over on the YouTubes. Shadows? Okay. Good morning! It's a bit. Characters, and it really doesn't work. It's an overdone character. And characters, and it really doesn't work. It's an overdone character. And they send you on pointless missions, like go up and friend... They send you on pointless missions, like go up and friend a Deathclaw. I don't know if anybody's ever tried it. Just try and go be friends with it. It's like, you're trying to get me killed. I understand this, but do I actually have to do it? Or can I just tell you off? Just tell the robot to go fuck itself, you know? In the nicest possible manner. Or do I actually have to go over here because I'm spending caps going to these different areas, doing these stupid missions, and all of them were dumb missions. And I'm spending caps going to these different locations for dumb missions. It'd be like, for those of you who played Oblivion or something like that, and you're on one side of the map, and you get a quest from somebody, and they send you to the other side of the map to go kill a rat or something like that, and you had to actually pay to go there to do that, and then you just barely get enough to cover the expenses of going back and forth. It kind of kills the want to go do it.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Shadow of the Them! How you doing? I'm having... Uh-oh. We have frame droppages? Missed all of that? Is everybody back? I've got... My bit right here is fine. I don't see any drops on this side. There might have been drops a couple of minutes ago, but I haven't seen any recently. Refresh your stream if you haven't refreshed. Zach, how you doing? Seems to be okay now.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Shadow! I'm not running. Came back to Deathclaw and have no idea what you were on about? Oh no. According to the uptime, you're at 2 minutes. That's weird because I have got, oddly enough, really great service here right now. Let me see. There we go. Even Discord just announced that my stream started? Okay, so it must have dropped or something. Okay, so is everybody back now? It probably dropped out for a second. It would be astounding if we actually made it through an entire stream without it doing that. There we go. We got our captions back. Honestly, the bitrate just drops out at some points. I don't really understand why it does that. It just does. Okay, so what I was on about was the Rose missions. I didn't care for the Rose missions to begin with. They were dumb missions, and you're spending a lot of money doing dumb missions. And I just recently had to redo them, and I was actually struggling trying to force myself to go do all of those missions, knowing that they were going to be a pain. But I got most of them done. I think I should be about done with her missions, but it reminded me why I didn't necessarily care for a lot of the beginning missions. And I almost wish whenever they started doing some of their updates that they had changed some of the missions for some of the characters when they first started out. Like, whenever we didn't have NPCs, it was understandable about why they decided to use a Mr. Gutsy with the voice of a woman that sounds like, I don't know, there's a lot of teenager, crazy characters out there, and she just stylizes after them. It's an overdone character. And she sends you off on these missions, and you have to pay money to teleport to those places because they're too far apart to run to them. I know, I tried to do that as much as possible. I don't have a whole lot of caps. So it just reminded me about why I didn't necessarily care for those missions to begin with. I kind of wish they had redone them. They were a struggle. And not in a fun way. Oh, he's a fast boy. Do it! The good news is I don't think the Rose missions ever have to be repeated. They're not a repeatable mission, so after you do them one time, you don't ever have to worry about dealing with her that much anymore afterwards. I don't think. Did I make friends with the Deathclaw? No. It was ridiculous. It assaulted me, and I kept having to run away from it because I couldn't do enough damage to it. And eventually, even though I had gotten it down about halfway, I moved out into the water and it ran to the other side of the island, and she counted it as if I had run away from it, but I'd almost finished it off, which means if there was any sort of reward for having done it, I missed it. Ow. Oh, Zaki-chan. Oh, Shermelitz is like, hey, you're alive. Did I cut again? I might have. I don't know. Oh, man. Who knows? Ooh, an impact driver? Yeah, and a tier 5 impact driver. That's not bad. I'm glad you caught that. I got a bad tendency of like picking everything up and then checking through my inventory to see what loot I got. I don't actually pay attention during looting, I just grab it. It's like, it's all going in my pocket. All of the things! I can't get up there right now. Okay. Hello? Posted in the Discord. I believe I made the spreadsheet for localization support. Oh, nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will check that out. Which one did you post it in, though? Which section, so I can find it? Not that a whole lot of people post in the Discord on a regular basis, but... Bleh! Dude! I definitely did not just pop open the door and stick my face in the loot. Absolutely not! What is going on here? There's nothing to see here. This is in your imagination. Fun pimps, please. Access is denied. It should not stop you from posting anything in there. As far as I know, people are allowed to post links in there. Oh, man. This just hurts my brain. What is even this? And the worst part is it's not even the same one. There's no specs on this one, and this is a dirty one. No specs, dirty one. I'll just cut his hand off. Who did this? This is like this in a lot of POIs. I mean, a lot. It looks like there was a, they did a search and find and just replaced textures instead of paying attention to which textures were replacing which textures, and they're not the right ones. Hello? Your decoration block, you can build the clean one or the dirty one? Oh, that's nice. As a matter of fact, the decoration block might be useful in the new series I'm gonna be doing.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Would you care to tell me what that feeling is exactly? Can you describe the feeling? He was making no noise at all, even though he slapped something. For me, it's a texture glitch. It holds 5,787 models from the game. Holy crap! That's a lot of models. Oh, there are books on that side. Hello? Oh, this is not suspicious. And is server side? Oh, because it's using the game's textures. Okay, I gotcha. We might need to include that in the next server. Definitely. The next server is definitely going to have mods. This one I was attempting to satisfy the recommendations or the request from the Fun Pimps to do unmodded stuff for their things, and I haven't really been keeping up with it.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Walk around! Dude! Don't do it. Don't do it. Those are my ankles, dude. Am I going to try the Afterlife mod? I have no idea. The Fun Pimps have been very tight-lipped about how long this version is going to be, how long we're going to have it, so I don't know how many mods I can plan on having for this year. Typically I pick like 2 or 3 mods in between each one in order to play them. And ever since I played Darkness Falls, that's definitely one of the ones I will be playing. But as far as like another mod that I play along with it, I have no idea. Man, what are you doing? Okay. So I have no idea. They have given us no indicators, and I've been trying to do the D10 series, which is just basically all of the characters doing the D10 stuff, because I don't know that the D10 really works inside a mod. Like, I know the D10 would not work inside a mod like Darkness Falls. Come on down here. No, no, no. Come back down here! Dude!
Master, we are not alone.
I noticed. Stop. Stop. Come here, bird. What just happened? Did it slam its face into... I didn't hit it. Did I? It just died. I don't think I did it. I could be wrong. Maybe I did do it. I definitely did it. Without even trying. Okie dokie. One block to decorate them all, one block to define them, one block to bring them all, and in the darkness survive them. Nice. Hey! Come on. Focus. There we go. Am I the only person who has to talk my character into focusing for the sake of trying to get into loot? No, 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 no. Focus. Focus. Okay, you can do it. That's alright. Alright. I scared it to death? What is the D10 series? It's basically I have to roll my character instead of just being able to assign however many points I want. I've got a certain amount of points I can have inside each base stat, so I would roll for perception, strength, fortitude, agility, and intellect, and I would roll a D10, which is why I call it the D10 series. It's a 10-sided dice, so I can get anywhere between 1 and 10 points to add into my intellect, and then I have to try and survive off of whatever it limits me to in here with whatever character I'm playing. Lydia! That way I can't just, like, you know,
How may I assist
put
you?
all of the points in everywhere and my characters are never different because I always put as many points as I can into everything so I can max the character out, no problem. This way I have to actually pick and choose and figure out how I'm going to play a character. If you play like a character that's based on agility, but you roll a 3 in agility, you have to figure out how to make the character work with only being able to max 3 in agility. That's kind of the thing on it, because if you play the game long enough, you can max out every single stat in the game on a character. And it's kind of OP that way, you really don't need to. It's just interesting having a little bit of a limitation on it. That way you're forced to play it differently. You've got lots of dice? Nice. My daughter also has an unlimited amount of dice. She's a dice goblin. She likes nice, shiny dice. Okay, I wish there was a way to... Yes.
Shiny.
I wish there was a way to stop new missions from taking over the mission you're currently working on. It is exceptionally frustrating. I don't know why it does that. Why the coding allows it to do that? Your mom lets you do those things? Wait, I never went to the other side of this, did
Incoming
I?
enemies, prepare for conflict.
How? Let me through. What is... Let me just see if I can bend down low enough so I can see underneath there. Is there legit not a way of getting in here without having to break all of the things to get to it? And I know I'm not the only one who bends around and to see whether or not they can see around a corner in a video game. I know I'm not the only one who does that. Okay, there we go. Never checked the thing. You DM? Nice. I DM'd for like 2 or 3 campaigns, but I haven't DM'd in a long time. The last one that I did was a series where I based it off of the Sort of Truth series. I don't know, I've gotten to the gritty foam on the top. That's disgusting. You know, a bunch of them from board games, card games, stored with them. I reckon you got a couple hundred, a decent portion of them are D6s, but still good mix of the others. We've got a few of the D6s floating around, but I just use the one that's on the... Oddly enough, you can roll a D10 on the computer. It allows you to do that, which is pretty cool. So I just use that one. I have no idea where my personal dice went. I had some a long, long time ago. They were like a gold and a blue color together. And then I had a gold and a red color. I haven't seen those guys in ages. Hello.
My favorite customer. What can I do you for?
Are you seriously trying to give me yucca seed? You know, the worst part is if I had never played any alpha before this one, I wouldn't think twice about the loot he was giving me, but the fact that I have makes this loot seem even worse. The new folks from consoles, I wonder how they're feeling about the loot system. What was the loot like back then? It was... Alpha 15 or 16? What kind of loot did you get from traders? Could you even do missions in Alpha 15 and 16? I don't know. Alpha 15 was the last one that they played. Did they have missions from traders? I don't even know. You don't remember? Yeah, I don't know. I played the console version like once, but I've watched Neebs Gaming and them play it. I'm sitting here wondering, did they do missions during those? I don't recall that they did. Oh no you don't. What are you breaking? Stop it. Not everything has been upgraded. Stop your things. Mods right here. Parts. Let's just stack those. Concrete. We finally have this, which means I can finally make cement and stuff. You started on Alpha 12. You started on Alpha 16. I started at the end of Alpha 17. That was back before I even knew that they had alphas, that the game was still in development. Let's see, it is 16, 18, and we have got... I've got a little while longer. So we could go ahead and go with the next mission, I think. Yeah. It's not that far away. We can do this, no problemo. Is Reaper still gone? Guess so. Actually, if we were to make our horde base, like right here, we could get 3. We could get 3 biomes right there. I want to see if we can do like an up and over on one section.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Yeah, I've been to this fire station. I don't think I have. Stop it! Let me be nosy and peep. Do you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies? Thin mint cookies. Oh, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where? What? Why? All the questions? Come down here. Rude. Recently tried the D10 Tower challenge for the first time, laughed when I had to murder you a few times. Murder who? The bird gave you the bird, yes. He really did, actually. You're named after the Big Mama zombie? Oh, am I? Okay. Ah. No, 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 no.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
No! Oh my gosh. What are you doing, dude? Who gave you caffeine? Oh, someone gave him the crack. Stop it. Helps put together streamer names of the zombies? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Off with their yes, off with this
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage, yes. Yeah, she's hiding very well back there. Is there anything else over here? That D10 Tower challenge was a thing. That's for sure. Thankfully, we didn't have to worry about any drop bears or anything like that, which is what I had the first time I tried it before a mod was made. You were able to make special requests and get yourself named after the doggo. You love cussing people due upon my name. Those doggos are game enders. Those are game enders right there, that is for sure. At least I am a lady of stature. And, refinement, obviously. Obviously. And we know Big Mama likes her potatoes, so it is accurate. What you doing? Hang on.
My senses have picked up
Oh, I
something.
killed him! Okay. I wasn't actually trying to kill him. I thought he was gonna be all fussy and come out of there, but nope. The irony of Big Mama and you is hilarious. Ah, come on. I like Big Mama. Someone told me I should rename Big Mama or something like that.
Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead. They are wrong.
I need to blink!
Don't turn your back. Don't look away and don't blink.
I can't look away! Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Don't kill me right now. Oh! Who did that? Someone told me to rename her to try and give her a better name, and I was like, no, you don't rename Big Mama. And I know it's probably not the same thing everywhere, but a lot of people that I have talked to before, they have like the same thing. The matriarch of a family is called Big Mama. It doesn't matter the size of the woman. That had nothing to do with it. It's always like the woman who's in charge of the family. People would wind up calling them Big Mama. And a lot of the people that I went and visited when I was younger, there was one lady that everybody always called Big Mama. And I always figured that was like, why would you change her name? Like, demote her? No, I'm not gonna do that. Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh. Evil is the foot and Liz is the justice's shoe. You like her name in Darkness Falls? What is Big Mama's name in Darkness Falls? I always thought she was named, her likeness was after the character from Don't Throw Mama from a Train or something like that? Is that who they kind of did her likeness off of? It's been a long time since I've seen that. You're gonna be working on that for a long time. Okay, that is locked. Oh Lord, she coming again. That's right, that's right. This is open. Hi, ma'am.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Don't do it! You know, I don't quite understand. We've got the nurse and we've got a lab worker, but we don't actually have a doctor in the game. Like, all the doctors die from the pandemic that happened or something like that? Is that what we're trying to say? They all got eaten? I mean, like, fully eaten? Obviously, the nurses got eaten too, but, you know, they survived the process. We sure as shit don't have any doctors? What the hell's? Yeah, exactly. Are they trying to say the nurses didn't get by and the doctors, well, they survived and they became survivors or something like that? I don't know. Where the heck? Return. Oh, okay, we've done that. Now, loot? Okay, there's gotta be a way we're actually supposed to go. Sometimes this having to look for the authentic way to go into a thing is not as immersive, you know? Where? Aha. Because it's like, oh yeah, this is video game. Where's my light switch? Where's the light? Where does gamer go?
Prepare for conflict.
I don't know. Okay. If I was to choose a character for myself that I would rename me, it would actually be the one over there in the tank top because she's also missing an eyeball and I've got horrible vision and I always wear a tank top. That would be my choice, but I am absolutely okay doing that. Why do they keep hitting me in the butt? Don't. Liz, come on, come on, come on. Scroll, there we go. You guys are not getting all of my food. I will start chopping off legs. See, he didn't actually hit me. I am so freaking sick of these dudes. Can we please have an update where they focus on the multiplayer version of this? Go. Okay. Stop. Stop. Stop your things. Lydia! Thank you. Oh, boy. Draconis, how you doing? She killed off the other doctors to maintain a monopoly on the business, maybe. Dr. Jen actually buried all the doctors inside that courtyard of hers. Is that what it is? We figured out her secret? That's the reason why the spots are unmanned? You know, like I'm just gonna kill the competition? I wish the Fun Pimps would fix the Zed reach. Yes, exactly. It's not even just that, it's also the base game that they get stuck into an animation, and even if you interrupt their animation, you still wind up getting hit by it. Which is exceptionally frustrating, because sometimes, you know, in some games, if you time it just right, the parry, you can knock them back and it stuns them for even longer. Now, obviously, this is not a fancy schmancy game like that, but they definitely shouldn't be able to get a hit on you. There we go. Sure, I'll put that there for a minute. Kane has a mod for Zombie Reach. There is a Zombie Reach mod out there. It would just be nice if it was... It would be nice if they actually spent one of their versions modifying the multiplayer version of it, because there are certain things in multiplayer. Like, has anybody tested... I know that not a whole lot of people play PvP on here because server play in this one is not great as far as latency and what people see as opposed to one or the other, depending on what your ping is away from the server and yada yada. But things like the helmet light mod, if you have the helmet light mod inside your helmet, people in the server can still see it even if it's not on. It acts like it's still on. So if you're doing PvP and you have the helmet light mod, you can't run with it. You have to take it out. Oh, there's a nice coffee shop in the town just north of you. Some good food, too. Not at all related to the Woodle coffee? Yeah, probably not. Way outside of your scope. Oh, yeah, you have to turn it on and then off to actually be turned it off. You actually have to take it out of your helmet the last time we tried, because you turn it on and turn it off and the other people could still see it as if it's on. Which, at least once in alpha, we tried running PvP, and it was always just like, just go ahead and take the helmet light mod out, because it's just, you're not going to be able to keep track of whether or not it's on or off, because it doesn't appear that right way to you. But everybody else can see it. Your ping is always horrible? Yeah. There are no doctors because there are no golf courses? Oh, that's true. Wait, are you telling me the Fun Pimps have made strip clubs, but they haven't made any golf courses? What the hell? And by the way, their first attempts at strip clubs were horrible. Some of the later ones are a little bit better. But the first attempts were just bad. You can't tell me that they don't have golf courses in Arizona.
Come on
they definitely have some, right?
Cool off and have a look around.
I guess I'll take the steel.
If you need some work, I could keep your gun saddle oiled and your gun greased, and you'll do just fine.
Dude, you do not have to remind me about lube. I know what to do with my guns. Thank you. One of these days, people are going to take me out of context. Let me get the gun out of my hand before something dumb happens. Again. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to lube my guns? Actually, yeah, there's certain mechanisms inside your weapons you're supposed to lube. Not lube as in you, like, spray a whole bunch of lubrication on there, but there are certain mechanical things on there. If they have grit or something in there, it can actually backfire on you, and people have been killed doing that. Those damn innuendos and double entendres? Yeah, exactly. It's my favorite dance move. Oh, man. You know, I'm just... not that... this. So the answer is yes and no. Yes, exactly. Basically, your gun is supposed to be cleaned out, and there are certain bits that... well, I mean, a gun is metal, and there are certain bits that can actually become rusted or whatever, so you have to keep them lubricated, because if moisture gets to them, then they rust, and then your gun gets bad, and... well, let's just not even get into that. Things can get bad. And... there we go. Okay, let's make sure we eat and drink before we go try and do this mission. It's a tier 2, but it is infested, so it shouldn't be that hard to do, right? I don't need that one. I need food. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, that should take care of both of them, and in turn also take care of my health, but I do have a lot of these, so I'm just going to go ahead and use one so it doesn't eat up my food as I'm refilling? Digesting. Yes. Nutritionalizing. Something. So, how does everybody feel about the new armor and everything? Has everybody gotten used to it? Are you okay with it? Do you still have problems with it? How does everybody feel about this? I'll just be upfront and say I still have problems with it. I mean, like, I really don't like it. I like the concept of them, but I don't think that they should be the base armor. I think it should have been, like you have your base clothing and your base armor, your scrap armor, your cloth armor, your leather, and then it should have gone to after you find whoever the factions are going to be, whether or not you're a raider. Obviously, you would get your raider suit from the raiders. And if you were part of the White River faction or whatever, then you would have this grouping of armors that you can get and earn through them. And if you were part of the Duke's faction, then you would have like the Enforcer set or something like that. I think it should have all been base armor and clothing, and then later on, after you get into the faction stuff, you would get these types of armor, which are kind of magical in nature, and therefore it actually elongates instead of adding all of that stuff to the beginning part of the game. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. So far, so good. If you use a mixed set, you can get the best of what you want. Yeah, I haven't tried doing a mixed set yet. You're working in a mod that allows you to select the armor benefit you visually want and whatever. That would be nice, because I can tell you, I don't know of anybody who's willingly wearing the nerd outfit. Hello. Is my zipper down?
My senses have picked up something.
Wouldn't that be the first time? I got a pair of pants like the zipper doesn't lock, and every time I stand up, the zipper is down. I do, nerd. No, it's a horrible outfit. Horrible. You could have lab gear with lab armor. It could look something similar to, like, the lab gear. The armored lab gear you get in Fallout. It could be something similar to that. Would make more sense. This whole rack over the top of your head and boingy shoes. I'm just looking for someone to end your existence because it looks like you've gone batshit crazy. Ow! That dude hit me with his downstairs. Did you see that? He was leaning back. That's not okay. This is a family-friendly Minecraft server. Besides, who's to say a zombie hadn't rotted that part off? How did he hit me? She says she doesn't know anyone else, and I do. I know someone. Oh, you know someone. Okay. Iron Wolf wears it willingly. Oh, no. Is it because he likes the way the suit looks, or is it because he likes the benefits of the suit? There is a huge difference here. I was too close whenever you hit the quest. Oh, no. You're trapped in here with me. Need armor visual options. There's one person that's made a visual thing for... It's the Enforcer outfit, I think, is the only one that they've actually gotten one done with. But they're, like, changing the colors on all of them, but even so, I don't think it's cool that we have... We just have armor. We don't actually have clothing. You can find cloth. You can't tear apart clothes anymore. It's just weird. There. Can I tear apart all of the people? There are dyes, but when there are options, modders out there that have made several awesome versions of the Enforcer outfits. Benefits. See, the thing is they could have used clothing to give you the environmental benefits, and they could have used the armors to give armor benefits and explosive resistance, and then they could have made this specialized armor where it fits in with... Oh, jeez. Where it fits in with the different groups that they're supposed to be adding in. Now, I get that they're raiders and they're extra groups and stuff like that. They're not ready to put those out, but they could have waited on the whole clothing situation. Then again, they had just made the character models, so I get why they went ahead and brought out the armor, but I don't like the fact that they just took away the clothes. You can't customize the way... If anything, we needed more clothes in the game, not less. For, you know, a role-playing, type of scenario. More options for role-playing are preferred as opposed to less options. Tier 4 rogue outfit. I think I've already got... Yeah, I've already got a tier 4. Are you trying to be all sneaky and I'm just going through here making all kinds of noise? 7 Days to Die V1 feels more like a beta than an alpha. Honestly, I don't think they're done. Oh, they can't be done. They've made too many promises that... Oh, jeez. That they haven't even started on yet. Unless they decide to retract everything. Even just their roadmap promises things that they haven't even started on. The raiders, the factions, the POIs that come with them, that kind of thing. If they don't bring that stuff out, like they don't include the raiders and they don't include a storyline, then all the stuff that they've been changing and reinventing, like the skill tree, the magazines, the books, all of that stuff that every couple of alphas they just redo completely has been absolutely pointless. Everybody's waiting on the end story so that this middle part or this beginning part feels, I don't know, balanced. And they keep changing the beginning part because they haven't worked on the end part. So if they eventually say, you know what, we're just going to release it as is, we're not going to work on it anymore, here you go, people are going to be like, well, in that case, why didn't you just keep the old versions of the skills? You kept saying that you were changing them because they wouldn't be balanced once we bring the story in. That does not make sense. Right now, I think a lot of people are trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, thinking that there is a balancing issue, like... the money you get for armor and weapons and the loot that you get from the trader, it feels like they're trying to slow down the beginning part of the game. Now, if the end part still does not feel balanced and they needed to thin down the beginning part, it makes sense. Now, if they never make an end part and they leave it like this, the game is going to be broken. And the reason I say that is there's a lot of folks out there that are already very, very upset about the changes that are currently made. It makes it feel like missions, there's really no point in doing missions other than the experience of having done a mission. No longer is loot rewarding.
Master, we are not alone.
Okay, that's just the bird. Oh, there's a lot of them over there. Get her. Kitty. Go under. Go under. Well, I'm holding it. Go under. Luau. How low can you go? She's decided to stop now. Well, no, they're all coming up the top. There we go. Freaking bird, dude. Oh, okay, he's got it. Am I wearing a full set of assassins? It's rogue armor. Okay, and I think I just got... Yeah, I just got a tier 5. I'm just gonna go ahead and swap. I don't start looking at stats. I don't start looking at stats until after I get to the tier 6s. Because as far as I can tell, the game still does the... As soon as you get a level, it starts trying to give you the next level. So if you don't accept that level, even if it's a lower resistance of whatever sort, like in this case it's the armor, even if it's not as good as the tier 4 I was wearing, it won't give me the tier 6 or give me options for better armor if I don't accept it. I don't know how that game works this way, but it does. Okay, dude, I have got... Oh, where are you at? Here you go. There is a sellable for you. So far, the loot has been very, very bad. $10! Oh my gosh.
How may I help?
Thank you, Lydia. You are supposed to... Okay. You're just here for moral support? Well, still, you're expending ammo, so at the very least I can give you a sellable. That way you can fix it and get some of the money back for some of the ammo you've spent. It's not a whole heck of a lot, I mean, but it's just, it's a tier 2 POI, so there's not a whole lot of loot here anyway. That's it. How do we get back out of this building? Ooh. Aha. I asked because you got pretty close to the Zeds without waking them up? Yeah. Thankfully the suit and the points and stuff do make it where you can get pretty close to the... I've seen people who spec into it and they can get like right on top of the zombies and kill them with a knife and not have to worry about them. Now, obviously, there are still triggers that happen inside the game that will, like, dump the zombies out on top of your face. But for the most part, the stealth parts do work except for those specific triggers. Skyrim just happened? Skyrim always happens. You go in weapon swinging? I usually do too. I don't really have the patience for a stealth character. Whenever I'm doing Skyrim and I play with a bow, because you really cannot outpace a bow. If you play anything else besides stealth, you're really at a disadvantage. In this game, I don't know, the game goes slow enough where stealth feels like it's a crawl. Dude!
Don't mind. I'm prouder than a peacock that you got that job done.
Prouder
Good
than a
job.
peacock. Huh. I'll take this tiny little book here. You like the
Well, I'll be
stealth?
a monkey.
I like the stealth until I have to do it for a while.
Cheaper doesn't always mean better.
I'm not an exceptionally patient person. Well, it's more like the part of me that is editing Liz does not like the stealth portion because it's just a whole bunch of stuff that editing Liz has to cut out. So any part of the game where I'm doing it, but I know I'm going to wind up just cutting most of it out, like the mining. The mining can easily just be a... I don't have to focus on it very much. I don't have to think about it. I'm just sitting there getting a whole bunch of resources. It's not a big deal. But if I have to do a recording and I have to edit, and by the time I get done with the edit, I've got a 5-minute video because I spent the entire day mining, editing Liz is very angry. Putting points into a skill increases the chance of finding a book in that category. Moreover, schools in Crack-A-Book buildings have more books than most buildings. Thank you, Super. I appreciate that. Yes, putting perk points in there does help.
Saddle my carburetor.
Saddle your carburetor. Apparently saddling the carburetor is hanging the carburetor. Do I have any points left? I have 2. We're going into Grease Monkey because I need to be able to do that. No, he doesn't have any more missions for me. You don't mind and enjoy the stealth? I enjoy the stealth to the point where it doesn't slow down progression. There's a huge difference in playing a game for yourself and just enjoying the gameplay of it, and then there is creating content from the game, because you have to think of all of the aspects that go into making the video as well. It's not just play the game out of pure enjoyment. It's also what is going to be entertaining for people to watch, what can they take away from it, what is instructional, what is entertaining as far as, like, I don't know. I mean, it might be educational to show people how many more pieces of ore you can get whenever you spec into it or whatever, but it's not very fun to watch, nor is it very fun to do, knowing that you're going to have to edit most of it out. Oh, hang on, I got seeds in my pocket. Stealth isn't stealthy enough in this game, they need to fix it. The problem with stealth is the fact that they put triggers in and didn't care that stealth was a concept that they added into the game. They wanted people who play stealth characters to still get scared. Plain and simple. So they kind of broke immersion on that one. You can't be a fully stealth character because they're triggers that they intentionally put in to scare people. Parts. Mods. Nades. Okay, so let's go. I want to go scope out this area where we want to build the horde base. Let's just go take a peek at it, see if there's anything that needs to be cleared. I don't think there's any buildings there. It does not look like there's any buildings there. Sometimes you can get very close to a zombie and the bow won't set them off. And other times you're nowhere near a zombie and your bow will... Yes, it has... That has everything to do with that random modifier that is the zombie's sense of smell, which is basically some randomized number, probably between 1 and whatever, and
I've got a bad
on whether or not
feeling
a
about
zombie
this.
will sense you. What? Jeez. And also it has to do with the visual... the visual cone on where the zombies are seeing. It has to do with their, how their sleeper spawn is set, because certain ones, their sleeper area is set for the room that they're in, like the set-off point is right as soon as you walk in the room. And there's others where the set-off point has to do with like a set of stairs that goes onto that floor, or something similar to that. The activation point of certain groups of zombies are not always the same depending on how they want the feel of the POI to work. Alright, let's get a high-up view. I had a POI that I was crafting up, and I made the mistake one time whenever I was going in to do the last touches. I was going to... What was it, the beginning of last alpha? I was going to go in and button up everything, see if any of my textures had changed, because I know that they said some things had changed. I was going to go in and check it, and there was a couple of spots that weren't quite painted right, and I wanted to change them. And somehow or another, I managed to, during the process of taking the picture of the building, I wiped all the textures from the entire thing, and I had to go back and paint the whole thing again. I got angry and shut it down. And I have not booted it back up since. It's probably been like over a year, because I pissed myself off. That took a long time. Okay, so I think if we use this line right here as the center point and do like a figure 8, and on one part of the 8 have it go over the other side and just do like a figure 8 here, that way we can get all of these biomes, I think that would work. How big do we want to make it, though? It's gonna have to be quite big. Ooh. Ooh. In comes the storm! I'm like, oh, you're trying to look at stuff? Have storm! Thank you, game. How do I feel about the new dire wolf? Out of all the things that has been added to the game, that's like my favorite thing. The dire wolf is very creepy, very crazy looking. I like it. It is also very tanky. It makes Grace feel like a pet. I can't wait until they put the new Grace in. And hopefully they will actually buff her, because whenever I checked it the last time, the dire wolf had like 4,000 or 5,000 health, and Grace only has like 2,000. Yeah, the new it needs more big bad guys. More big mean things. Me personally, I like it whenever there's something out on the horizon that you can see the shadow of, and it's moving, and it's creepy and surreal, but then again, that's just me. If it wasn't for the live service aspect and the fact that they rub it in your face so incredibly hard, Once Human was like the perfect game for me to play. But yeah, I don't like being chafed from someone's battle system menu and everything else like that. It's just like, I could just deal with that never again. Okay, can I make more foods? Probably. We'll see. I still have a whole bunch of water sitting in here. Steak and potatoes, veggie stew, hobo stew, which is locked. Steak and potatoes. Corn. Well, let's go with that. This time. Hi, kitty. Bye, kitty. Okay. How about the zombie bear texture? Really, really good. I also like the animations. What are you doing? Oh, she was jumping. I also like the animal movement changes. They look a lot more natural. Not completely 100%, but they look way more natural than they did before. Way better than they did before. Okay, is there anything else I need to set up before we take off for the day? We can do... Do I have all the stuff for the chemistry station? Have I found a beaker? I don't think I have. Unless I stashed it in some weird box, which is entirely possible, but I don't think I have. Do I need a beaker? Yeah, I think I do. You know, I think Reaper might have been selling one. I can go back over there and check. Let me grab the rest of the stuff that I need, though. You can spare one? Are you sure? How much you want for it? Oh, and I've got so much iron. Hold on. I'm not even close to actually being able to craft it. Never mind. I have to smelt a whole bunch more iron. I need 100. As grotesque as it is, what do you think about the new commie? Yes, there's commies in the game. Daggum commies. The cop spit is actually kind of great. It's a bit weird whenever the cop moves and while they're doing it, and it comes out of their ears instead of out of their mouth, and the fact that they can shoot sideways is odd because they're stuck in the animation, and then you move right as the animation is happening, and the spit just kind of turns out of the side of their head. If anything, it makes me feel like the zombie animations and their attack animations needs to be updated like the animal animations. You can part with a beaker for 200? Yeah, I got 200. Pretty close. There we go. Make that 100? Why? Is that what they're worth? I don't know how much a beaker is worth. You drive a hard bargain, sir. Where you at? Ah, it's not too far. We can do that. It's only worth 100? Ah, gotcha. Hey, but it's supply and demand, you know? If you really want it, you have to pay extra. Am I the only one who thinks like the animations for the zombies need to be changed? Because their zombie animations have been pretty similar for a while. The only thing that they've really changed is they added in the ability for the zombies to crouch down, crawl, and slap things, which was a cool addition whenever a zombie's just crawling towards you. It is a very creepy thing. And the fact that the zombies actually watch you as they move is a really creepy thing, and that added, what, 3 alphas ago, maybe? Was it 3 alphas ago that they added that in? And that was a very cool, creepy thing that they added. Now I just feel like because they get stuck in an animation, so you still get hit even if you stop them. The fact that whenever a zombie spits or something like that, if you move too fast or whatever, they start spitting out the side of their face, which is weird. You like the spaz animation? Cracks you up? Yeah. Yeah. And I also think that the zombie falling backwards and hitting you kind of thing is really messed up. I think a zombie should fall backwards and start walking towards you on their hands, like crab style towards you. I think that would make more sense. Or like the crawling zombie. Whenever you slap it, it used to be it would fall backwards, and now it doesn't do that. It just kind of splats and it falls or whatever. It doesn't quite work if they were to fall backwards and try to reorient themselves, but like their limbs didn't quite get fixed and they turned around and their head just kind of shifted and that came towards you like that. That would be some creepy nightmare fuel. Tell me that would not freak somebody out to see it suddenly contort because it got messed up and started crawling towards you that way. That would be messed up. I am all about them adding in more real, true horror aspects to the game. Absolutely, like, creepy, inhuman movements to the zombies. Things that it's obvious that, well, the zombie is not quite functioning the way a human does, and their bones and ligaments and muscles and stuff like that don't quite operate the same. They're just animated. Horror, I'm listening? Yeah, exactly. They could really make it very freaky and very scary, and I hope they go that route. I really, really do. I hope they don't, you know, like, make it less scary. There's a lot of push to make things less scary, less complicated, less whatever. It's like, you don't have to make a game less complicated, you just have to make it obvious where to find the information, and then stop changing it every couple of years, and let people learn it. It does not have to be less complicated. It also does not have to be less difficult. I like the concept that you can actually make the game very, very difficult, and honestly, at this point, I won't even say insane difficulty is that difficult. Especially if you do the slow progression into insane difficulty, it just makes the zombies harder to kill. It doesn't make them move differently, it doesn't change their AI. Nothing. None of the cool stuff, you know? Which hopefully maybe that will change once they start adding in the AI of coffee shop. Once they start adding in the AI of the... I just gave you back the beaker. My bad. The AI of like the raiders and everything else like that. Oh, you've taken over this? Are you making coffee? Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of food and drink. You don't have any frothies in here? That's a lie. I'm just messing with you. Oh lord. Not yet. Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you for the transaction. I appreciate it. The Grudge style? Yes. The Exorcist, like if you hit a zombie hard enough and you turn its head backwards instead of knocking it off every single time, if it turned its head backwards and it had to try and figure out how to get to you, that would be great. Or if you knock it over and it had to try and crawl to you that way because it broke its legs or something like that, those would be really, really cool. Now, I have no idea how the AI would react to those kinds of things because it has a hard enough time trying to keep track of the zombie movement as it is. I just think like the knockback thing that the spider zombie used to have, I don't even know if it has the knockback anymore. I think it just flattens to the ground. But if they kept the knockback and it immediately turned its limbs over and turned its head upside down or something like that and came after you, oh my gosh, that would be so messed up. Your coffees and juices are all homegrown? Nice. Are they organic, non-GMO? Okay, you freaking birds, stop! Yes, okay. Can't wait for the raiders? Yeah, no kidding. I really do hope that they implement the raiders properly. It would be awesome if they implement the raiders and the raiders have got their own AI and then the zombies have their AI and they don't operate the same at all. It would be very nice to see that change. It would also keep people on their toes about how they had to build a horde base if occasionally a horde came in, but it was not a zombie horde, it was a raid from raiders. And the raiders don't operate the same way. Like, they go for doors. They're not going to try and batter through a wall like a zombie will or something like that. It would be nice. 2 AIs prepared to meet your... yeah, I know. I don't think that they've ever figured out how to make that a little bit more compatible. I think that's like the biggest thing they're... Maybe not the biggest thing that they're having to deal with, but close to the biggest thing that they're having to deal with is the zombie AI is what eats up a whole lot of FPS. Now, there's that, there's the fact that it's constantly calculating stability of all of the blocks, and then of course you're adding on jiggle physics, and that eats at least 5 FPS per jiggle physics that there is. So that's a whole lot of FPS, by the way, especially whenever you get Fluffy involved, because that dude do like to jiggle, and he does it very well. And if you put a Marilyn next to him, say goodbye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have no idea. Jimmy Boo, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Raiders, welcome in. Jimmy Boo, how you doing? Been a minute. How's your stuff? How's your things? What did you do today? How was your stream? We are talking hopes for future updates to 7 days. We were discussing the raiders and the hopeful changes in the AI. Like, we're hoping that the AI for the raiders is vastly different from the zombies. Like, I prefer, me personally, if they took the zombies' intelligence back to earlier alphas and then gave the raiders the smarts that the zombies have right now, and maybe even key it up just a little bit more. Like, obviously a raider is going to be able to look at an iron door and a steel door and tell which door they should run to. Obviously. You were playing 7 days? Were you playing vanilla modded? Some quality of life mods? Vanilla with benefits? Steel, of course. That's why Jen doesn't have jiggle. No CPU that can handle it. Yeah, that's probably true. That is probably very, very true. Now all I need is more iron. Do I have more iron? Somebody is cooking something in some other part of this house, and it smells good. I don't know what it is. Let's put that in there. As a matter of fact, I don't need any more clay right now. Let's separate that out. Playing with a maxed out game stage. You know, I've never actually tried to play. I always run like a day 7,000 horde with a maxed out game stage and everything, but I've never actually tried to do like raids and stuff with a maxed out game stage. That does sound like it could be interesting. The District Zero mod cyborgs can open doors, so the code is in there for raiders to do the same. See, that would be interesting if you cannot do your horde base or your base with doors that can be open and stuff, like if you have to actually lock your door to keep them from using it, and then they can batter through it. And then if you were to do like one door that's locked, one door that's not, they would try for the door that's unlocked and they would try to go through there, so you could loop them that way. And then you have the zombies that got a different AI, and they use like, I don't know, an earlier version where they aim for doors, but they can't actually tell which door is locked and which door is not. And maybe if they don't have like, I don't know, x-ray vision to see what your structural stability is, and occasionally more of them do the fluffy and just beat on random things. Whereas the raiders wouldn't ever do that. They wouldn't just go after your wall, and a zombie would. But those of you who came in with the raid, I do appreciate you guys being here. My name is Liz. I play multiple types of content. One, of course, is 7 days. I'm also over on the YouTubes. I am streaming over on my VODs channel right now, if you guys are interested on seeing it over on the YouTubes. But there's less interactable stuff over there on YouTube, which is the only reason why I don't necessarily push that one. But if you're interested in seeing my notifications, it's a good place to get the notifications for it. But I do also have a main channel, and it's More to Me for Life, and I go by Liz. And today we're playing 7 days. Tomorrow we're apparently going to be playing We Harvest Shadows, and then the day after that we are going to be playing Alien Isolation. Tomorrow we're going to be starting up at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sadly, this is the end of the stream. We're fixing to raid somebody. But thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. It was a little crazy, but we survived. Gonna head out. It's pretty late here. Have a great stream. Oh, no problem. Jimmy Boo, thank you so much for the raid. Enjoy your evening. Make sure you hydrate and get yourself a snack, too. Streams are... sometimes you forget to hydrate. I've done it quite a few times and then regretted it later. So make sure you hydrate and get you some snack on and have a good evening and try and chill. And I am going to try and take all of us over to another stream. Let's see who else is streaming. Who else can we get to be a part of this party? And we can take that conversation over there with them on what it is that they like about this, what they like about this particular version, whether or not they like the cop spit, the new creatures that they have, whether they think about the animation for the zombies that we have right now, whether or not that needs updating, and when raiders come out, do they need a different AI, that kind of thing. Let's see. Who can we raid? Let's do... Twitch! Stop doing your things! Oh my gosh. There we go. It was just not doing what I wanted it to do. Let's see. I think we are gonna go to Little Monsters. He is playing the Warzerk mod. And he's always got Twitch integrations on, so when we raid him, the more people we bring, the bigger the smackdown is going to have on his face. So make sure you stick around for the raid. Those of you over on YouTube, I do apologize. Once we cut the stream, it will not redirect you. We do not have enough followers over there for me to get a redirect button. So if you happen to be over there on YouTube, please make sure you hit that subscribe over there so that eventually they will unlock that feature for me on that channel. But thank you guys for being here. I have enjoyed all of the questions and the comments and the modding talk because we talked about mods and stuff earlier. It has been a very fun stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be playing We Harvest Shadows, which is a combo of horror game plus gardening, and I am a horror game content creator and a gardener in real life, so this should be interesting. Let's do this raid. Assuming I can see around my microphone. I'm not trying to deep throat my microphone here. Okay, raid. Nice. This should really get him good. Raid him.
That's fancy. This is the ammo bench.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, what's up, Liz?
This is very fun for me.
Oh no, is he? He might be on cooldown.
Right?
Is he?
The best.
I don't know if he's on cooldown.
Raiders? The Predicus? What's up, Reaper? What's up, Terry? How's everybody doing? Liz, how was your stream? Hey, Gray. So, okay, we're getting jumbled backpack. Are you freaking serious? Look at the size of this backpack. And then as soon as